if this question passes, then they would be required to use the funds from that to repair the damage that the polluters caused.
I really hope that they do. I know we shouldn't be talking opinion, but I moved to Pompton Lakes, and the lake is so polluted. You cannot go in the lake, you cannot swim in the lake, so it would be nice to see if they do pass the public question number 2 on the environment. I'm curious as to see if they would do something about the lake that's next to my house.
Of course, New Jersey
and lakes in general. In
New Jersey's reputation as being very polluted, of course. But now we're going to take a quick second, jumping up to our neighbors to the north in New York. Bill de Blasio has easily won re-election as New York City mayor.
I'm sorry, guys. We'll repeat that for you. So, Democrat Bill de Blasio easily wins re-election as New York City mayor. Easily. Easily. As
written in our script. So now we're going to throw it over to Kate Bronstein on the newsroom floor. Kate.
Hi, Christian. So I am talking to members of the Montclarian, the school newspaper here at Montclair State University. So tell us what your job is at the Montclarian and how this election is going to impact the paper.
So I am Christina Urban's news assistant, so she's the editor, I'm her assistant news editor. What we're doing with this edition is we're covering the production. Since this is the first live stream in the new communications building, it's a very big deal. And specifically what I'm doing is I'm covering the reactions of the students, so what they think about Phil Murphy winning the election. So it's very exciting, and we're just going to cover it in all of its entirety.
How does your job specifically relate to this election and the results?
Well, my job specifically is to interview students on campus about their opinions on the election and their view on how they feel New Jersey is going to turn out from this new election. So that's
all right. Thank you so much. And I also would love to say, like, the Montclarian WMSC have been working together very hard on this broadcast. So for future newspapers, how do you hope that this will impact the students and their motivation to join?
I think this is great exposure for the newspaper. I don't think a lot of people recognize it as it's displayed throughout campus, and this is a great opportunity to see that they are far beyond the publication in paper, and they have expansions through social media platforms. So this is a great idea for our news network to get out there, considering that social media is such a big deal and it's a growing platform for news. So this is a great opportunity.
What common threads have you seen in the last few weeks in regards to this election, and how has that impacted the Montclarian specifically?
Personally, I haven't seen as many as I would like, and I think that's because we should have maybe started coverage a little bit earlier, but I think in upcoming elections, now that we had this broadcast, there will be more comment streams, which we are looking forward to because then we can interact with the students a lot more. So there weren't necessarily as many as we would like, but I think in upcoming elections with the exposure, it should be increasing.
And personally, Governor Phil Murphy is ahead in the polls, so how exactly personally do you feel that this will affect you?
Well, I supported Phil Murphy. I believe that he has a lot of good stances on platforms, and I feel that he will change our state by, well, personally, my favorite platform was the removal of standardized testing. I think that's a pretty heavy concern with our public schools, and a lot of people aren't necessarily good test takers, so I believe that it'll give students more of a potential to show that they are still successful beyond the test scores. And I know a lot of his platforms, but economic-wise, I think that he has a lot of good solutions, so I believe Phil Murphy was a better candidate overall.
And are there any other issues that you have seen that you support Phil Murphy with?
I personally support the NJ Transit reconstruction and how he's trying to decrease fares and just improve the train station overall, because a lot of people use it in order to get into the city, especially since it's on campus. There have been a lot of issues with it in the past, so I heavily support that as someone who goes to the city often through the train. So.
All right, thank you very much, and we're going to throw it right back to Christian and Gina.
Now, for those of you that are confused as to why we are now 3 minutes past 9:30, our allotted stopping time, that is because we have been waiting for candidate Phil Murphy, former Ambassador Phil Murphy, or whatever prefix you want to give him, to make a speech over at his campaign headquarters. So now we are just sitting tight, waiting for that time to come, which currently, things are looking good for Murphy.
You said are looking good for Murphy.
They are looking good for Murphy with... he currently, according to the preliminary polls, ooh, I'm on here. Aha, I'm a weatherman. Murphy currently has 516,305 votes, as opposed to Guadagno, who has 411,477.
God bless you for being able to say that number.
I wish I could. I really wish I could actually say these numbers, but it's hard.
It is very hard.
So we're finally starting to see some real borders coming through and some real actual concrete numbers as opposed to like projections coming from CNN. But we're working on it, and we're constantly updating it through NJ Spotlight and the Center for Cooperative Media.
It looks like there's, sorry, Edgar.
No, go ahead,
there's
please.
still
I'm a
3 counties left, and after those counties are all tallied up, we will know the results, the actual results.
I'm a little embarrassed I'm not really up on my New Jersey geography, sadly. So that I wish I could tell you which counties are currently not in the club in the reporting. Yes, Gina, please, thank you.
I'm going to pull up a map so we can save the embarrassment.
Yeah, so we can save me the embarrassment of sitting here going, well, the gray one in the north is working on it. They're still gray. But no, in all honesty.
It looks like, hold on, I want to get this accurately. We still are waiting for Salem County, we are waiting for Burlington County, and we are waiting for Sussex County.
So as soon as we get those figured out and reported, we'll be able to tell, and we'll be able to really give concrete, we'll be able to hopefully give concrete numbers as our map continues to refresh. But it really is, it's still up for debate as Murphy's lead slowly climbs, or at least it looks like it's climbing. So it's really a thrilling race. But now it is time to, okay, nope, never mind, not time. So now we've been studying this for so long now that we pretty much believe that we have studied every single facet of it. I have had to watch at least 2 governors' debates 3 times. Just because first time I missed the notes, and then the second time I was half paying attention, and the third time finally I got it. Actually, the first time I didn't even know I was going to be doing this. First time I was just trying to actually study.
We found out that we were actually doing this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so
we've been pretty nervous, but we're very, very excited to still be here, and we're still waiting for Phil Murphy to come on and speak in his headquarters.
So in that time, we're going to throw it back over to Kate here on our news floor. Kate?
Christian, thank you so much. I am here with Brian Lanigan, who is also with WMSC, the radio station here on campus, and on the Morning Buzz, which is our morning show, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. We have Brian hosts on Wednesday morning, which is tomorrow morning. So, Brian, tell us what's going to go on tomorrow.
So this is going to be a very big morning. We're going to be taking, of course, the election and the election results. On the Morning Buzz, we like to definitely get a big perspective on the politics of New Jersey. So with Phil Murphy winning, I think this is going to be very good for some debate and discussion. I know one of his big things is tax reform, as well as immigration and potentially turning New Jersey into a sanctuary state, as well as we have the gun law, which is very prominent with the Texas shooting. And so it's very interesting. What we'll do on the Morning Buzz is maybe talk about some of these issues, some of his plans on what he wants to do with these issues, and we'll get some good discussion going.
In general, because the Morning Buzz talks about other stories besides just elections and politics and things like that, what specifically tomorrow do you think you're going to discuss? And tell us who's on the show tomorrow.
So for whoever is on the show, we have Molly Jenkins. She's our news contributor. And then I also have my co-host along with me, Jess Mucci. And so normally the Morning Buzz is very lighthearted. We have stories here and there. You know, you have some weird news, you have some fun news. But definitely this is going to be our leading story. We haven't talked about, or at least our Morning Buzz show has not talked about the Texas shootings, so that's definitely going to be one of our headliners, as well as election night tonight. I think it's very important to keep our viewers informed on what's going on in the election, as well as some of the issues that are very well going to affect us, not only as students, but also as citizens.
And just because we're all in this new School of Communication and Media, and then we're all together doing this broadcast, specifically for the Morning Buzz, how do you think it can benefit just tomorrow's show in general?
I think a lot of what we're talking about on the Morning Buzz is going to be very beneficial to the student body and everyone that's listening. Like I said, you can listen to the Morning Buzz on the radio, you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, and there's a lot of good opinion that goes out on there. So, you know, whether or not you like what the opinion is, we like to keep it very dynamic. We don't like to be one-sided, and so we'll definitely be talking about this election and really getting a taste for what everybody feels, or how everybody feels about it.
And just the vibe in the room has been spectacular tonight. And of course, we have Madison Glassman. We have other reporters out there really just getting down to the nitty gritty on specific topics on the election. What will we expect tomorrow from the Morning Buzz in regards to specific issues?
So as far as specific issues, I'm not sure exactly what take we're going to have on that. However, we have some great elements. We have reporters. We have Maddie, who's down in South Jersey, or Central Jersey, if you want to call it that. We have reporters everywhere, and so if we can grab some sound from them and really hone in on some of the issues that they're talking about, I think that would be really great to use. And just using these elements to further enhance our show, I think that would make it really great.
That's Brian Lanigan, everybody, host of the Wednesday Morning Buzz at 90.3 WMSC. So tomorrow morning, 8 to 10 a.m. But right now, we're going to throw it right back to Christian and Gina.
Thank you, Kate, and thank you, Brian.
All right, we're going to take it over to Asbury Park again with our reporter Madison Glassman down in the Murphy headquarters. Madison.
Yes, we are waiting for Phil Murphy to come out and speak right now. We are hearing his campaign manager speak, hearing that they want to see change within the next couple months here in New Jersey. We just heard the national anthem sung, and the entire room fell silent, everyone being very respectful, seeing a room of hopeful Democrats as New Jersey makes their way to change. Everyone right now is listening, waiting for Phil Murphy to come out again. So when he comes out, we'll continue to bring you coverage of that. For now, reporting live in Asbury Park, I'm Madison Glassman. Thank you. Sending back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Madison.
Now, sadly, although we did not get to see the governor-elect get sworn in, whoever that may be, as the results are still not here, we do now believe it is time to say good night.
And thank you so much for everyone that worked on this. Thank you so much to WMSC, the Montclarian, Carpe Diem, the Cooperative Center for Cooperative Media.
Of course, all of the professors who took part in this, Mark Rosenwig in particular, Mark Efron.
The faculty, the staff, just every single person that dedicated their time and their effort to being part of this show.
Thank you so much. And we are so glad to have been a part of this. I'm Christian Curatola.
And I'm Gina Backery.
And we wish you all the best from Montclair State University's live election coverage. Good night.
Good night, guys.